So we're here with Pavel at Arcane Devices.
Yeah, hello. How you doing, man?
Good.
Good.
Yeah.
Awesome show so far. So we have a chorus of stars here. It's our first module. It's a one-use sequencer, or it can be used standalone. We have this 3D printed box that you can use standalone with a case or SME modular or whatever, or you can put it into an IntelliJ format one-use case.
Superb.
Yeah. So the idea is, in general, is to put a lot of functionality into a one-use sequencer. So this can do CV gates or CV plus gates. There are 4 channels, 16 steps, up to 4 pages, so 64 steps in total. Yeah.
That's great. And does it also store them? Will it store patterns?
You will in the final version. Right now, there is this is mostly performance-oriented. So there's a couple of performance features, quick save recall, quick looping. Actually, maybe should we go through from the start?
Absolutely.
So,
let's have a look.
Yeah. So at the most basic, like without the clock running, touch controller. So we have this long touch strip here that has 5 octaves of range. You can tweak the range. You can turn on. You can turn on quantizer here by going to scale here. Right now this is minor, right? To set a scale, you can just drag here, and so most of the interactions happen through this touch strip. So right now, let me clear that. So right now, this is a continuous CV, right? If I turn on the scale quantizer, right here we have pentatime, for example. Now, right. So, but this is not just a gesture recorder, not just a touch controller. This is a full-featured sequencer. So, the most basic way to program this is to use this prior and next buttons to put in notes. Right. So you can just. Right. So there is 3 rows of LEDs. The top one is the value. The middle one is the step. Right, which I can move through, and at the bottom the pink ones are the functions. Right, so if I start the internal clock now, this is what I put in. But now that this is running, there is a step editing as well. So I'm gonna pick a step first, and I can now start editing. So it will wait for me to release the touch strip, right? So I can rehearse the whole loop. And once I'm happy, I let go, and this moves me automatically to the consecutive step, right? So I can either, be specific or program it that way, or just vibe tap some notes.
Vibe tap, nice.
Yeah, I just made it up. Yeah, so you usually end up with some kind of happy accident here.
That's great.
Yeah, so by default you get 16 steps, but you can go to loop length here and use this combo to add more pages. So you might notice that the same thing is still going on, right? But we copied the first page into the second one, so now you can start adding variations. So I'm gonna go into the step editor here on the second page. I'm gonna choose a step, right, and maybe add some new stuff.
Cool. So that's page 1 and page 2.
Yeah, so it's up to 4, right? And again, we'll copy the contents of the first page to the second, or the second to the fourth. So you can, keep going, right? And then you keep evolving this sequence, right? You don't end up with just, that time, right? You still have your sequence there, but you can evolve it, right?
Yeah.
It can live record as well. So if I just, play something over this, it will record it also, and you can hear there's a glide here that grabbed that as well. Yeah, so one like design principle we had with this is you should be able to operate this with one hand, right? Which you can see me doing right here. So there are a couple of combos, but if there are, they are usually close together, so you can do that with one hand. And then most of the stuff is logic, like this step editor, for example, right? I go step, it waits for me to choose a step, right? And then I can enter the notes here.
Cool.
Yeah.
So many features.
Yeah, there's a lot. We kept adding more. So maybe it's a good time to mention that this is an Indiegogo crowdfunding campaign. So yeah, you can go to arcane.audio, that has all the links. We have the complete manual there as well. So if you want to learn all the details, that's there. Right? We want to get 10k euros, just so we can go for certification, release the first batch, and so on. And also it's a good time to grab it at a slightly lower price than retail.
How much is it on the Indiegogo?
So it's €350 right now. That's with the case included. Yeah.
Great. And what kind of inputs and outputs does it have?
Right. So it has four output channels, and again, each can be a gate channel, a CV channel, or combined CV plus gate. So if you want to have your traditional node programming, you can combine two channels together. Like you can see, those are lit now, right? Those are combined. We have a gate channel here that's doing this kick here. Let me just set the loop length to 1 page, just to it's easier to see. For gate channels, we have a different programming flow. So you can either use your buttons to do the XOX style programming, or you can use the touch strip to do this, right? And you can put a whole run of gates just like that.
Great. I mean, it seems really quick to get something together.
Exactly.
It's very instant.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of people who've been beta testing this are telling me that this is really fun to play, right? Because you get the immediacy of the touch strip. I mean, I'm a guitarist, so for me this feels kind of like a guitar for programming.
Yeah. And in terms of the parameters that you can store on it, that you can for each step, can you change like the accent, velocity?
You can for the combined channels, you can basically get a CV value plus a gate set on that step or not. You can do probability on triggers, so you can select a step here and use the same method as I did for programming CVs to enter probability. And you can be very quick, by just tapping the probability values, right? And now
really nice.
Now it should skip some of those, or you can do conditional triggering. So again, I'm gonna choose a step here, and you can set it to trigger, for example, on every third of 3 repetitions, or on every second and fourth of 4 repetitions. And so you get the idea, right? And you can again still there is the same workflow for moving through the sequence and editing. And we also keep adding stuff, right? So the idea is to have a nice hardware platform, and get that out, and we will keep adding more functionality as we go.
Yeah, I think the only thing that springs to mind for me is like ratcheting. Ratcheting the steps, like multiple playbacks of the same step.
Yeah, but what we do have is a looper here. So let me go to loop, right? And you can choose a piece of the sequence, right? And again, this will wait for me to release the finger, and now it will start looking that piece.
It's cool, really nice.
Right, and as I go clear, it goes back to the whole thing.
And for a small unit, that seems to do a lot.
Like other cool thing for preparing is this quick save and recall, so I can tap save now. And let's say I'm gonna quickly step edit some stuff to the sequence. Right, let's mess it up. Right, and now I'm gonna reset it and go back to where I was.
Nice.
Yeah. So it has obviously muting, so you can hold and mute like that, or you can choose multiple steps and tap mute and it will and it will toggle all of those immediately in one go.
Fantastic. Great, so how long will the Indiegogo be running for?
So we have 2 weeks left. Again, we're trying to get to 10k euros. So yeah, again, this is a good moment to support us because you can get this cheaper. So 350 euros with the case. And yeah, check out Arcane.audio. It has all the links. Some folks already tried the module and made their videos, so you can find that there too. The full manual is there. Oh, yeah, and also I should add that once we get this out, we also want to have expanders, right? So there is already an expander interface built in. Yeah, and so you will be able to put the expander anywhere in your case, right? This works with quite long cables. So say you have a drum module or something that needs a lot of inputs, that we can put the expander right next to it and control it the same way. Right? So it will have its individual channels which can take over the thing, and we'll be able to operate it here like with a central control point, just the way I did with this internal channels.
Great, well, thank you very much for showing us.
Yeah, thank you.
Great
Thanks
module.
for checking us out.
Really cool.
Have an awesome show.